Last we left off, you left the Abbey of St. Markovia, where the abbot had given you the opportunity to use the well to fast travel to the other locations. Taking the opportunity to go back down and think on it, trying to fulfill a promise slash obligation to the burgomaster of Krezk, um, Joseph, or not Joseph, but Radovan had retrieved two um, times the amount to cast reincarnation with the intent to not only potentially res the burgomaster's son, but also um, Anderson's
Oh God.
9-day deceased love. Um,
Classmate, right? They're
yeah,
really good
Oh
friends.
no,
yeah, really
really
good
good
friends.
friends.
Really good
Yeah.
friends. Um,
They were roommates. There's a hard crushing going on.
and they were
Hard crushing.
roommates. Um, Honora and Radovan had also went to the small pond that was radiating a shiny, holy-like energy, where Honora had seen the reflection of Sergei in the pond, and had a moment there with a plea: when it is all done, bring his love, Tatiana, back to the pond so they could see each other one last time. Temperance went off on her own for a brief moment, practicing her pan flute skills and also testing out a power that had been gifted to her by an entity. But stretching her wings and feeling them out, she soared through the air above the small town of, or the small village of Krezk for a few moments, where you're all, I believe, reconvening. Some of you going to sleep, and last we left off, Anderson and Radovan were now, having dug up the grave of the burgomaster's son. What do you do?
Um, and Anderson just looks at Radvan and says, "Well, let's just get this over with."
Um, I guess. Oh man, I didn't come up with like. Let's look at the spell.
We waited the whole 2 weeks because Radovan said, I want to come up with an interesting
Yeah,
way to
That was
present it.
homework.
I got distracted with
That's
work.
okay.
Um,
I don't blame you.
let's do. Hmm, I mean, I guess it's more about the roll, right? That we've been waiting for.
Yes. D100.
Okay, I will gather the things that were provided to me. Um, after inspecting the body, I will clean it and
I
mutter a
imagine that's
prayer.
part of the ritual.
Yeah, yeah, that's part of the ritual, and I'll kind of like tell Anderson to like do this or do that, and have him be my gopher in the situation. And it's the three. Is it, it's not. They're not sister. Are they sisters? The three fairies, or it's kind of like the deities that were kind of the more ancient deities that were before.
Um, they are sisters. I'm pretty sure they're like archfey.
Yeah.
Uh,
When I said three sisters, I was like, that's Chekhov. What am I doing?
Give me just a second. Let me check. They're called the Fanes of Barovia. They are the archfey. Um, you have uh, the Weaver, the Seeker, and the Huntress.
Okay. I will implore them to find, I guess, and gather a new form for this entity should the soul wish to return. To seek out the materials, to weave them together, and to hunt for the lost soul. And I say that all in Elvish. I don't know if Anderson would understand that, and we'll roll to see what happens.
I do speak Elvish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. D100.
Here we go.
73.
Oh, shit.
Is that the good one or the bad one?
It's not neither.
Terrible. Huh.
At least his skin's normal colored, I think.
Yeah. He's just a forever child. And
Is it a gnome or a halfling?
It's halfling.
Okay.
Okay, that's not terrible, honestly.
He'll never
Not
grow
all.
up.
Yeah, he'll be fun sized forever. He'll be like their child for
Are
the
you
rest of their
calling
lives.
Nora fun sized?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you if not fun sized?
I guess I'd also include kind of like a defiant aspect in that prayer to
Wait till you see me in
Vampire
real
to kind
life.
of deny him taking the soul, trying to reclaim it from it.
Okay. As you had taken the small bit of flesh that you could find on the somewhat rotting corpse, moisturized the skin, said the ritual, praying to the three fanes of Barovia to find this soul and bring it back to the body. A few moments pass, and the skin that you saw on the bones start to move, to shrink, to morph, slowly but surely. Continuing, the bones that you can see starting to break in places that were not broken, reform in places that were broken, until laying before you in this, what once was a much larger pile of remains, is a stout halfling, waking, finally opening their eyes and looking at you, terrified look of fear, of terror in their eyes. But they can't move. Or at least mentally, they're unable to comprehend what is happening, and they're frozen in place, just staring at you, waiting for something, anything.
I will throw a blanket over him. Not like completely over him, but like around his shoulders. Not like to hide his face or anything. To imply
Go
that,
away.
yeah.
Halfling. Hey. Nora tosses in her sleep.
Easy. Easy. Take your time.
Anderson leads over to Radavan. Should I go get the burgomaster now?
Yes, and some clothes, perhaps. Well, yes.
I'll be right back. And Anderson will go to where the burgomaster lives and kind of just gives like a light knock at the door.
Give me just one moment. I've got to see what. As the burgomaster, you can hear the footfalls coming from within the humble cottage. Answers the door. It is quite late, the sun having gone down. I don't know how it's a casting time on Reincarnate is an hour, so the sun had gone down a few hours ago. uh, yes, is there? What is it that I can do for you? Is there something that you require from me?
Anderson just kind of like leans in and whispers, "It's done. You want to come take a look?"
Is is he alive?
I think so.
And you see a smile creeping across his face, and my boy, you you resurrected him.
Uh, not not me, partner. It's the other one you'll meet.
He puts on his boots that are next to the door and still in his nightgown, kind of comes out, wanders around the back side of the house and over to the grave. Radovan, do you say anything before he witnesses your
Um,
work?
it's kind of odd. I have the instinct to be like asking, "What year is it? What is your name?" Like kind of like basic questions to kind of help and like make sure that things went all right, and I don't have like some kind of demon that hasn't come back instead. Or do you remember your name?
He doesn't respond. He starting to move now. And we'll say that this small conversation is happening while Anderson went to go get the burgomaster. You can see now that he's starting to squint. He's watching your lips move. But he eventually puts a hand to his ear and tries to move his own mouth. And you hear a noise come out. But you can tell that in his mind, as he's trying to make a noise, it's not the reaction that he was expecting. Give me an insight check.
18.
As you watch this for a brief moment, these emotions seeming to flood through this newly reincarnated stout halfling that was the burgomaster's son. You get the feeling that he's deaf.
I will cast Calm Emotions on him.
Okay.
Oh, do I not have that prepared? Never mind, maybe I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't. I will.
Oh boy.
Okay. This is, I believe, the first time that you've had to, or any of you have had to witness resurrecting somebody in any capacity in Barovia, correct?
Mm.
Okay.
Well, I guess Anderson and Honora saw Nicodemus come back.
Honora wasn't there for that.
No, I guess just Anderson.
Was Anderson even there for that, or did that?
Oh yeah, Anderson was
Yeah,
there for that.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, where his body exploded.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really explode, but like he was like cut up into.
It kind of like internally exploded almost.
Yeah, his skin ripped open, blood spewed forth and spattered on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Anyways, those both Panton and Nicodemus were slightly more interesting situations because they were technically resurrected by a different entity. Okay. While you're figuring this out, the burgomaster eventually comes around the corner with Anderson. As I was saying, do you say anything to prepare him for the surprise that he's inevitably going to face here in a few moments?
Anderson or me? Because I'm like with. I mean, he's gonna see. If he sees me, he's gonna see him. I think.
I
Yeah,
mean, Anderson
but similar
doesn't
to
know
like
anything is
when
wrong.
a husband or a spouse or wife, whoever
I guess
spouse
when I
comes home
hear them
and
coming, um, I will like hold up a finger to the boy and kind of awkwardly put my hand up and turn, and I'll go over to the burgomaster and it is done. Your child's form has changed, and he has lost the use of his ears. Much like my companion, he is of shorter stature.
as the burgomaster rounds the corner and gets on the other side of you to witness the small being that is now supposed to be his son, he pauses. He too, now being short of words, just kind of staring, looking, waiting for a sign that this is his son. Be incredibly difficult for somebody to say, hey, look at this person that doesn't even remotely look like your son, hasn't said any words or embraced you, that this is now your child. And they can't hear, they're deaf.
Does your son know letters? Do you have parchment?
Yes, we all. Well, we don't have an official schooling or teaching or anything. We definitely taught him how to use uh, pen and quill and parchment. Why? Why is he like this? Why is he so small?
I warned you that things could happen. I think, given the circumstances, this was a good outcome.
He crouches down next to the halfling. Hello, my boy. Are you in there? Right, he's deaf. I don't know what I expected. I forgot. Um, Let me go get some parchment really quick.
How's the boy reacting to seeing his father? Is there recognition at all in the eyes, or
Give me um
insight again?
yeah, you can give me an insight.
19.
You see fear, pain,
Physical or emotional pain?
both. Having your physical form just broken and reshaped into something else for the sole purposes of you being able to, your soul being able to fill it, would I imagine still have lingering effects on the body. I think the spell even says like you have exhaustion for 2 days or something, or 2 long rests or something like that for any time that you're resurrected. Um, but there's a certain deadness in his eyes that you see.
Mm.
There's recognition. You can tell that he recognizes.
Shoot, there's a deadness in his eyes, and what?
You can tell that he recognizes um, his father.
Okay.
But he doesn't know how to react. The burgomaster comes back around with a parchment, and you see him scrawl out, "Are you my son?" and hands it over to the child or the young halfling. And you can see that as he reads it, his eyes begin to tear. And he takes the quill and starts scratching on it vigorously, just writing up a storm. Hands it back to the burgomaster after a solid minute. There are just question after question after question. Who am I? What what am I? Why can't I hear anything? Where was I? Where am I? Just question after question. The burgomaster kneels down, puts his head up against the halflings, his sons. Writes down on the parchment. I'll explain everything inside. As he turns it and shows him. And he helps his son up from his grave. Turns to you all. I know it wasn't a perfect reunion. I still don't know if this is going to work out exactly the way that I or my wife would have wanted, but I appreciate the effort nonetheless. This will-
It'll It'll take a few days, but I think once he gets used to his new body, I think you'll find he's the son you remember.
I hope you're right.
Give him a few days of rest. Perhaps take him to the spring. There are some disabilities, shock. These things are to be expected.
And with that, he nods and escorts his son back to the cottage.
Uh, John, greater restoration, like that can. I guess it does reduce it can reduce exhaustion level, but like with like conditions like blind or deafness, like that if that's like for like magical inflicted conditions, or is that like a fucking miracle where you can like actually heal somebody's uh
Greater restoration could potentially be able to restore the sight. You got to think like, did this person go blind by, you know, I guess even um, like if somebody splashed acid and like for the most part the eyes are still intact except for whatever part that's in charge of being able to see. Like I don't know. I would flavor it as long as the person has eyeballs and you cast a greater restoration on them, then it'll probably work. But if like they have their eyes gouged out, like the Greater Restoration doesn't have anything to latch onto for the magic to weave to restore sight to.
Yeah, that one you have to grow back a limb.
okay.
And so for ears, this the halfling clearly has ears.
Mhm.
That's just a matter of why can't they hear? Was it a product of your reincarnation, or was it something to do with a potential madness from being resurrected in this terrible place? I need my slippers. My feet are cold. I'm listening though.
Okay. I'll tell the burgomaster that I'm drained from the day's activities. There may be something more I can do to help his condition, but I fear I need rest.
Take the time that you require, and I guess I'll see you in the morning then.
I do not feel anything malign my ritual. So, right, I will rest and see what I can do later.
Alrighty.
After he leaves, Radovan will just let out a sigh and kind of like sag and turn to Anderson and say, "Thank you for the vote of confidence. Just needs a couple days." Perhaps that's true.
Well,
I,
like I guess only time will tell.
I've never performed that ritual before.
Well, for your first time, I'd say you did a pretty good job.
Yes, again, thank you for the vote of confidence. Hmm,
Well, thanks for doing the ritual.
indeed.
Alrighty.
Now that you've seen it works, you still.
Coming back in Barovia with a condition similar to that, I just don't think it would go over well. But thank you again.
So this next day will be the last day that I could do it. So I have all day tomorrow to go behind your back and do it if I want to. Cool.
Oh shit.
Cool.
All right. Do you guys
cool,
retire for the
cool.
evening?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
is
so.
everybody already asleep, I guess?
I believe
Yep.
that Nora went to bed and Ramis was already in bed, so I
Mhm.
don't know what Temperance is doing.
Yeah, Temperance probably would have stayed up writing for a little bit, updating her journal, but then just gone to bed. She had some exciting things to update herself with.
Right. Very exciting things.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I guess to Anderson, are you going to stay in the stable here?
I mean, there's a comfy haystack, so I figure why not.
Oh,
The
Nora
water
took
is
it.
really nice.
Sorry.
I thought you went out by the water.
That's right. I am sleeping out by the water, aren't I?
That is true. You did. You said you might fall asleep out there.
Yeah.
It's quite warm out there. That's
Made me feel
whatever
better.
you'd like. I think I
Healed
might
my
head back
emotional
over there.
wounds.
Well, I mean, where are you going for the night?
To the water. It's very warm over there.
Are you really
Big
going over
sky
there?
over my head. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Anderson kind of just looks around and says, "You know, after all that, I could use some warm weather."
Just
I'm sure
leaving.
Ramis won't be.
So
Um,
you all are just leaving the two spooky kids in the barn?
Yep.
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 Go
Are
fucking
you in
figure.
there? Temperance,
Temperance
you're
is.
in there?
Yeah, Temperance
Oh, okay.
made it back and remember
But she
when
probably snuck in there while you guys were doing the ritual, so you don't know that she's in there.
that's fair.
Do we see her, I guess, as we
I
go
thought
by?
we had a moment where as you were coming out, I was going in.
Oh, 2 weeks
Or
ago, a
Okay.
lot
something.
happens.
We crossed paths and
No.
then you went to go resurrect a child.
Yes. I guess if we run into you, hello? You're still up?
I'm just about to go to bed. Are you also retiring?
Indeed. I have completed the ritual. It was mostly a success. The boy can't hear anything, and he is of the same stature as Honora.
Well, it could have been worse.
That is my thought as well. We're going to go stay by the water. It's really nice out there, so you're welcome to join us.
Well, I think I'm pooped out, ready to go to sleep, but thank you.
Very well. All right.
For a second there, I thought you all were gonna leave me in the barnyard by myself.
Yeah, fuck Hermes.
Mhm.
He has to sleep by himself.
Oh, you know what? Let's stir the pot. Anderson
Anderson.
will kind of nudge Ramis awake.
Thank you for including me.
You guys are all gonna go fall asleep out by the pond.
No, because Temperance is not.
Okay.
And,
Oh, wait,
Anderson
you're
will
actually okay.
Anderson will just say, "There's supposedly a place with some warmer weather. Might help you sleep a little better."
Kind of rolls over. There's everybody else over there.
Well, I think Nora's over there, and me and Radovan are heading that way.
I think, and you see him pull the blanket over. I think the little one has had enough of me for today.
Well, it's up to you.
Yes, enjoy the Barovian fleas.
You do the same.
Alrighty. There's no issues tonight in Krezk. It's a quiet night. It's actually kind of peaceful over at the pond. laying down under the gazebo, watching the sparkling water. You can see off in the distance, because we are right there along a mountain. You can see in the distance snow falling. But your night passes by without issue, and you can all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Thank fucking God.
Long rest.
What do you guys do now?
Probably roll over, take inventory of what's going on inside the barn. Probably see Temperance laying.
In a little pile.
Let's get up and give her a gentle shake. Hey, Temperance. It's time to.
Is it morning already?
Yeah. It's time to find the others and meet up with them. I said something about a pond or something like that. I think they're talking about the water over there that we saw.
Very well.
I mean,
Shall we?
Yeah, might as well. Have they, before we go out there, how
Hmm?
have they treated you? I mean, Anderson regards me with some respect. I think Radovan, I think he's a little on the fence. I think he shares some of my beliefs, but then again, he... Well, it's hard to get a read on the man. Well, we both know how Honora is right now.
And Nora has strong opinions about everything. I wouldn't bank too much on her.
I just want to help out. I know
Do you want
my,
to help out or do you want to fit in?
I never really did fit in anywhere.
Neither did I guess. That's why I usually spend my time alone, but I find that if I can't fit in well, I stay quiet and mostly unseen.
Well, it's hard staying quiet with some of the things that they want to do.
What things are you concerned about?
Well, I mean,
I assume we're like walking towards the pond at this point.
probably.
You've got a little bit of a
Yes.
walk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the overarching evil that permeates from this land. That's one of my bigger concerns. But I think another concern is the blame that is being laid at my feet about Canton.
I mean, you can see why though, right?
Oh, I do realize that my coming in was terrible timing. But carried out the boys' wishes. I gave over the pack.
Yeah, but we never saw that. I'm not saying I don't trust you in any way that's specific to you, but You could be lying just as well as anyone else.
Well, if there was any way that I could prove my honesty about the situation, I would love to do that.
It's not something that concerns me.
Oh, you are a little bit of an odd duck, if I may say so.
I mean, you said it, so I suppose you may.
Your reaction yesterday about just the putting down of the child of the burgomaster was a little unsettling.
Well, children die. He was
Yes,
already dead, and if he was not brought back in a way that would be safe, then
but not
what's the
very many
difference?
people seemingly want to slit the throat, so to speak.
I didn't say I want to slit the throat. I said I would.
No, yes, and nobody else said anything about that. So it's got me curious about you.
I've come to think of it as I am a tool. Let me perform the acts that are needed.
You
If
may be
I'm
the
asked
tool,
to
but
if I'm
who's
asked to
wielding
throw
you?
a fireball in some cavern because someone deems it evil, then fine. If I am asked to kill a hag because we want to take what's hers, fine.
Who's wielding you as the tool, though?
Those who will get me out. Perhaps it's me, perhaps it's someone else.
You know, if you need help, I am always willing to listen. Of a
I don't
trade
need
I
help.
had back in the day. Loud!
Hello, music.
We need help now because of our poor eardrums.
Sorry about that, guys. I should have given you a heads up.
So we're all
That's
daft
fine.
daft
It's okay.
halflings now.
Still, the offer stands. If you need to talk.
Thank you, I guess. You turn down this music a little bit. Okay.
It's so weird. I wonder if it somehow got reset because I had to log back in or whatever.
Oh,
my
that would make
God,
sense.
what the hell is
Yeah.
up with all these shit posts?
Yeah,
You
we're
missed the
shit
part where we
posting
were
over here.
accusing you of pooping for the half an hour you were gone.
Yeah, let's not look at that.
This is what happens when we're bored, John.
So what happens when you leave us alone for 30 minutes unsupervised?
Yeah,
my
still super
God.
sorry about that.
Don't worry.
It's all
Um,
good, man.
Not
We
I like
contained
it's just
ourselves.
random.
I think we all think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is here to have a
Getting-
good time, man. All
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
Getting back to this, we'd probably, unless Temperance has anything else that she wanted to say, we'd probably walk towards the pond in silence.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you over at the pond? Is there anything that you wanted to do before they got there?
Yes, I wanted to. I've gotten up. I want to help out with the villagers and whatever, like, kind of daily chores or like labor goes on around the village. I just like kind of want to like get involved
Okay.
and help out.
Are you waiting for everybody else to attempt your
No.
greater restoration on the burgomaster's son that you said you were going to do?
Well, yeah, I might wait on that. I kind of want to get up, have a morning. If there's food that I can gather or trade or pay for, I want to like secure breakfast. Kind of think about when my companions will be getting up, since I kind of have a head start. And since I only have to rest for 4 hours, I want to have already performed an augury spell, a little carelessly, because just because Honora asked, and just to say that I did it, about whether it's wise to continue on traveling with Remiz. And there is a chance that it could fail, and like,
Okay.
uh,
Alrighty.
oh, I guess after the first one. So it's wheel for good results, woe for bad results.
Yeah, normally I just kind of describe. Like, what do you imagine your augury looking like?
I'm going to take off my top and get in the water and like look up at the stars, and kind of use like my like parts of my star form to kind of read the stars in the sky
Okay. I forget. Did
as my
I?
tattoos twinkle and it all reflects in the water.
Trying to remember where I put the list of. Uh, did I give you like a handout for your all the different Barovian? Um,
Constellations.
yeah.
Uh, for all the Barovian, not the Barovian constellations, I think it was just the Faerunian ones,
Okay.
because the stars are different here, because we talked about how the stars
Yeah.
are actually like the souls of.
That's right. Da- la- 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 la. Okay. As it is still nighttime, inside of the pond, feeling the healing energy of um, the pond water around you, looking up into the sky, the overcast kind of parts a little bit, revealing the centaur. And knowing of the centaur, knows of it being a warrior. You get the feeling as you're becoming one with the stars that regardless of any alignment that you may or may not know, above all else, Ramiz is going to be an ally in the final fight. You feel that, at least in that regard, of your goal to vanquish Strahd, your desires, your goals align. You have nothing to worry about.
Okay. So I'll probably do that first, and then as the village kind of wakes up, I'll
Yeah.
present myself.
So kind of walking
Top
around
back on.
walking around the village, you find one villager splitting logs and carrying them over to like a communal bin for everybody to kind of pull from for firewood for their small cottages. You'd find um, children collecting eggs from like a coop that was in the back. Just lots of smaller tasks like that, but the villagers are welcome, accepting of your help, for sure. I think even at one point, as you're helping out, um, you would look over and see Temperance and Ramiz walking towards the pond. That might kind of interrupt your working and kind of snap you back to, oh wow, I got lost in this work. My companions are up. I should probably check in with them.
Yeah, I'll run over and. Good morning. Did you sleep well? The others, I think, are still passed out. It's quite comfortable.
Well enough, I suppose. You.
Yeah, it was a dry room.
You look stiff. You should go by the water.
You
I'll bring
look
you food.
stiff.
Are you implying something? Is that a joke?
I'm implying your face is a little choky.
Choky?
She's a child. She doesn't have the experience of witticism like you do.
Are you sure it's not something that the kids are saying these days? I am quite older than I look.
Temperance just like glares at both of you and forges ahead like, fuck off.
Yes, yes. Let the adults speak.
Fucking
We'll see you over there.
kid, little child.
Yeah, no. We slept very well.
I think you offended her.
Yeah, I have that effect sometimes on multiple people.
It seems to be the case. I appreciate your assistance. I tried speaking with Honora a bit about you. I trust you, just so you know. I'd like to hear more about what brought you here at some point perhaps while we're walking.
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about it. Sure. Will you be joining everybody else? You seem to be fitting in very well with the people here.
I've never been here. I've been around Barovia, but avoided this place for the rumors about the mongrel folk, and I find that the life here is quite nice. It's simple. It feels clean, which is hard to find. But I should see to the Burgomaster's son. I completed the ritual. Mixed success.
Oh, how mixed success?
The boy, he cannot hear. I don't think that was a thing that he experienced in life. So he's deaf, and his form has changed to that of a halfling. So I will do what I can. I needed the rest. But it feels good. I feel active.
Radovan the farmer. Has a little ring to it. Well, if you're not afraid to pick up that bow again, I'm sure we're going to be leaving soon. Probably after you address the issue with the Burgomaster, then.
Yes, well, it's important to rest when this land gives you the opportunity to, so relax a bit longer. Go by the water. I suspect it may even perk our temperance up. And I'll go gather food for people.
Some people don't need to be perked up. They can just be grouchy little grouchers.
She is a bit of a dour one, isn't she? And I will head towards the pond then.
Alrighty. Reconvening with Anderson and Honora at the pond. What do you all do?
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'll,
Anderson, he's sleeping and he's got his hat over his face, just like laid down, in like the grass.
How
I would
close
imagine.
to Honora are you sleeping?
I mean, you were in the water, or were you like on the land?
I'm on the land, but I'm in the edge, and I've got like a hand reached out to the water while I'm
Okay.
sleeping.
Not. I mean, he's within. You can see him, but he's not like that close.
Okay. Honora's gonna sleep in for the first time in a long time. She's gonna take opportunity just to not get up early and not be on it. Just sleep in for until the noise gets too loud.
Okay. I guess Ramiz and Temperance walk up to a sleeping Honora, and Anderson kind of with his hat brim over his eyes still.
Are we ready to go?
It's too early to go.
Just 5 more minutes.
Fine. Temperance like plops down and pulls out her journal and starts writing again.
Ramiz will come up then, maybe a couple minutes after her. So, this is this place that you all were talking about. And I'll see Honora, and I'll just kind of give her a wide berth.
She sat up and it started kind of waking up, but slowly.
Radovan, you went off to try to cure the burgomaster's son's deafness.
I thought he went to get breakfast.
Oh, that's right. He went to go get breakfast. You have no problem finding. What would you have to trade for some eggs?
I have
1,000
some
GP worth of oils.
bones. No. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have any? I have some. Oh, I do have some money. I have some gold. Do they take?
You would probably be pretty hard pressed to trade these people gold, since they're more like a very they're like a commune where they produce everything themselves and they share amongst themselves.
I have some leather armor. Know where I got that though. Is that something they'd be interested in?
Yeah, they'd probably trade you a dozen eggs for some leather armor, if even just to use it for scraps. They're probably not going to be wearing it to go do battle, as they tend to stay within their fortifications. And you could see that their town's guard was already relatively well equipped, about as well equipped as you could be here in Barovia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could also, well, for the work that I did, could I barter maybe some of that to get fed? Actually,
Uh,
I could also offer like my services as a mender. I can mend things.
yeah, sure, you could do that. A few people kind of motion you over to, parts of their house or their pens that they have for their animals, and through various means, you're able to assist them. Get a dozen eggs.
And I can I'll druid craft some crops as well if they have any crops that are.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get some eggs. I want to get some bread.
Yeah, you can find a bountiful breakfast.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And I guess you take that back to the rest of the group then.
Mhm. Good morning. Look what I have.
The farmer has returned.
I am many things. Not just
That
a
you
farmer.
are a man of many talents. Did you raise those chickens yourself that you plucked those eggs from?
No, I helped some of the crops grow.
Ah,
Although,
planted your own corn and grew your own radishes then, correct?
not quite. Perhaps metaphorically speaking. But I prefer nature untamed, but I do understand the needs of the people here. They have a safe place. They can isolate as much as they need. But I figured it's better than rations. So,
I will not disagree with you on that one.
Anderson kind of sits up from his laying position and says, "Man, it's been a while since I've had good eggs."
Honora will just kind of get up silently and start gathering like firewood or something to make camp so we can cook them.
yeah, I'll point her to the direction where people were kind of cutting firewood.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to do so. You're able to gather all the necessary materials to be able to start a small fire and cook these eggs, and then dole them out amongst yourselves however you see fit.
I will update Honora about the Burgomaster's son and the ritual. And kind of open it up to the group. So our next move is to dive into the well where that spirit was and try to go to. Or could we well over to
Yeah.
what is it called? Breeze?
Milwaukee? Oh, Breeze.
Yeah, I
Good.
think
Yeah.
there was a well there.
Breeze is the place where the hags are, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
can't
Past
Yeah,
be
we killed them.
yeah, because
No, just one.
Priest Man said that
Yeah.
if we could have done that, then he wouldn't have needed us to go to Breeze. He would have picked up
Oh,
the
yeah.
stone himself. So we'd have to go to another place.
No.
I think he still expects us to go do it.
He didn't. He didn't know about the well until after he said that. One of the whatever they are, mongrel folk, informed him of it.
But yeah, so he's.
But yeah, he still probably could if you guys confirmed that you had no interest in going and doing it.
Yeah, he might just do it himself. But then he
And
won't know us.
the way this mechanically works, the well, like we don't need to be like find the well that we like to go to. We just kind of like do we
Like
need
flu
to have
powder.
found?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's like if there's a well, we just kind of show up there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Breeze, I will remind you, has been flooded
It's empty,
and fucking.
but there is a well.
Yeah, but it's also flooded. It could be like under like several feet of swamp water, and then we could come
we've
up and
floated-
just instantly drown and die, and
Yeah.
that could end the campaign right there.
We've
Like I tricked you.
Morbid.
I don't think
More
John
Dark
has
Daddies.
interest in doing that as a DM because that's not very exciting or fun.
Right.
Yeah, that's a weird fast
We could
travel.
figure
because
it out.
You murder everybody.
All right, new
I know
characters.
we
I'm tired of Strahd. New campaign. Let's go.
Right.
start next week. Harry Character's ready in 2 weeks, bitch.
Said 4 months. But so is
John,
that?
you might get your wish.
So are we going to Breeze then? Is that?
We hadn't decided.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
guys
we-
haven't decided.
So we do
Uh,
also. I don't know if we want a well over there, but I mean, Volaki is another point of interest.
Well, if we have this well fast travel as an option, we can do both in the time frame allowed. So if we could go to Breeze, come back here, and get to Valaki in probably a day.
But I mean, aside from this, I mean, what's there in Breeze aside from the skull that we would potentially need to get?
Nothing.
that's it.
Yeah.
Skull is important, though, if we want to make sure we have enough time for the Tatiana golem to
You now have
properly
10
set.
days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, keep a running total on that one.
I'll offer up.
So-
I think the sooner that we secure more bones for the abbot, the faster he can get to
The
work.
more
on.
that we sit on this plan and think about it, the more I think it's a loose thread. Like I don't think it's gonna work. But I also don't have any arguments for not helping him other than the fact that everything about it feels wrong.
Everything.
The abbot,
Well, look, if
the
If we-
Tatiana.
we don't need to spend much time on it, we can just get it done quickly.
And
And if
that's
we
why
decide
I
we
don't
don't
have
like
an
him?
argument against it. Temperance.
I'm just saying.
What are you implying?
What did she say?
Well,
No,
I
what
said if
say
we decide we don't like what he's doing, then
no, say plainly what you mean.
we can end his operation. If everything's so off about him,
Look, I'll admit it's off, but at the same time, we need all the allies we can get.
Right.
Agreed.
I don't disagree. But if he's not necessarily an ally,
Right, but that is a decision that made at the time that is important may bite
I
us in the
agree.
butt. I'm just saying, like, if we assist him and he turns out to not be an ally, we won't find that out until we're head to head with Strahd himself.
What is giving you pause to trust him? It seems
He
that
said
his interests are
something.
aligned with us.
No, they're not, actually. He wants to appease Strahd. He wants to give Strahd what he wants. Yes, it's an artificial version, but it's because this land prevents Strahd from getting the real thing. And so his
If-
motivations are not to free the people from tyranny, but to release tyranny on the world.
Well, either way, he wants to end the
No,
curse.
no. Giving Strahd. His idea is that giving Strahd this fake bride will appease him and thus release the world and end the curse. I don't think that that will happen.
Right, but without
I do
Strahd
think-
being dead, like ended, Strahd is then free to roam the land and create more havoc and destruction.
If I may add,
I think if the curse ends, his soul would be put at peace, which is you're sounding like our old friends at Argenvost.
if I may add, I understand that Strahd is a sickness on this land, but perhaps if he has his bride in hand, then momentarily, at least, his defenses would be down.
Right. I mean, I think at the very least, this bride could be a distraction we could use. A tool, if nothing else.
And that's why I'm not fully against it. I'm just a little afraid that Abbott will take Strahd's side when.
He doesn't seem to be on Strahd's side, to be clear. I think if push comes to shove, I guess he'll either take our side or he won't take any side.
I feel that, and I look at Temperance when I say this, we use the tools that we have at our disposal to the best situation that we possibly can.
I agree. I'm just offering that if the thing that we think is best now turns out not to be best, we can always make different decisions.
I'm
Again,
just.
again, I go with the group.
I'm hesitant, but not against it. That's all. Just wanted my opinion known.
All right,
Well-
I really think we should go there first. If
Yeah, I think we should just do it and get it done with.
very well. I do still have to see to the Burgomaster's son. I'd like to try to.
Do
It's on the way.
you need
It is.
assistance with that?
What sort of assistance can you provide?
I mean, I have some.
Can you make the
religious
deaf hear?
upbringing. I have some ability.
What god do you worship? Who are you connected to?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure if you've actually heard of my particular god.
That's
It ain't-
part of the
it ain't
reason
the
why I'm
Morning
asking.
Lord,
I'm
is it?
curious about the outside world.
No, it is not the Morning Lord.
Most of the humans here worship some sun
and
god.
You see me take my bow off my back and remove the amulet that was attached to it. And I show you one side. This side is Miliki. She is the... where did I put that information? Miliki is the goddess of the woods. And then I flip it to the other side. And the other is Gweren Windstrom. He is the god of the hunt. Not exactly one and the same. More so, Gweren is more the subordinate to Maliki.
Sounds like our Thanes to some degree. But they are mostly lost and forgotten. Well, you're all welcome to come with me. I also understand it can be an uncomfortable situation.
Support I will give you.
It's on the way.
Yeah, I'll join you.
It's on the way.
It's also pretty miraculous that I've never done that before, you know.
I hear you made him look like me.
I didn't have full control over that. Could have been worse.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's just,
There's nothing wrong with me.
Oh, no, I didn't mean... No, of course not.
Walk.
There's,
Let's just walk before anybody digs any holes that they can't get out of.
Yikes.
Alrighty, making your way to the Burgomaster's cottage.
One thing.
Yeah.
As we're walking, I'll be walking behind because short legs, and I tend to lag behind anyways. I will shoot a message to Radovan and be like, "Did you do it? Did you ask?"
What? I'll just like turn. Like I assume that I'm leading the group, and I'll like stop and turn to you, and say out loud, "What?"
Wait, what about what?
What?
Sorry, is that? I don't.
Oh, we'll talk later. It's fine. I just walk ahead. You
What?
pass you.
Oh, right.
All right.
never mind. Let's go. And we'll go on to Burgermasters. I'll catch up to you and like kind of like put a hand on your shoulder, and it's like everything's okay. I did as you requested, and there's nothing to worry about.
Insight.
Yeah, go for it.
Because that's what I would do. I would be slightly suspicious for a whole minute. But I believe him.
I'll tell you more about it later.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Pretty much.
As you make your way over to the Burgomaster's house, you notice that his son is outside with the animals.
Still alive.
The father and mother kind of standing outside of the barn as you see the young halfling inside performing chores.
I'll
Inside or outside?
probably
He's inside of the barn where
Okay.
some of the I think goats are, and the parents are standing on the outside just kind of watching.
And Nora wants to go directly up to the kid.
It's funny because I wanted to go up directly to the kid too. So I'll see you do that. I'm like, oh. Go ahead.
This will be good. I'll go talk to the Burgomaster and say, do you mind if I speak with your son and try?
Absolutely, whatever you think is best at this point.
How does his wife look? She seem happy? She seem...
Mortified.
She has
Terrified?
tears. You can give me an insight check to see whether or not they're happy tears.
I will really awkwardly try to, regardless, awkwardly like try to like put a hand on her shoulder and smile. 21.
Nice.
As you put a hand on her shoulder, she kind of reaches over, grabs it, and looks at you and gives you a smile. You can still see that she has tears in her eyes, but she doesn't look miserable.
Okay. I will then follow Nora to the child.
Oh, I wanted to have a small interaction before you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
that.
go for it, go for it.
Yeah. So I just want to walk over and I want to like get down face to face with him and be like super friendly, happy.
Get down face to face.
Yeah, you guys are eye level.
Pretty
I
close.
thought he was a kid. He would be smaller than me. Unless
Not
he's
by
an adult.
much.
I mean, he's
Oh.
he's a human
Yeah, how-
child, but his body is just I guess,
Adult size halfling.
I don't know, whatever you
Oh,
would
so it's like
consider
big, but
like
he's small.
like is like 14 or 15, like is that age range? Like what's the adult range for halfling?
I mean, they also vary in
pretty
sizes.
close.
He could be
Yeah.
He could be taller than me even
Yeah.
at 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be a little shorter, but
Even though I'm a
not
tall
by much.
halfling.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll just try to get his attention. Because you told me he was deaf, so I'm not going to talk to him.
Yeah. He looks over at you, stops brushing the animal.
Point to my ears.
Just looks at you, and I really don't want to appropriate whatever I think that a deaf person sounds like, so I'm just going to speak as it is hard to understand, but something along the lines of yeah, I can't hear.
No. We're the same. Same.
He just nods.
Grab his hand. Do my hand. Do that.
He's whatever message that you're trying to convey to him outside of like. Give me an insight check.
Okay. 11.
There is a slight understanding of, at least, that you're trying to draw attention, that you're the same, but he's not happy about it. Like he doesn't want to be in a halfling body. It's not the body that he grew up in for however many years. It sucks being this short.
I'm just gonna like see that kind of cross his face. I'd be like, and then I'll like take over doing his chores for him, and then Radovan can come over.
As he's brushing and trying to clean the animal, how are you attempting to take over his chores for him? Do you just yank the brush away from him, or
Yep.
he goes
But I'm
into
trying.
a fit? He is fucking pissed, and he is letting out a scream that is like unregulated. He doesn't know how loud he's being, but he is extremely upset that you are taking away any sense of like normalcy that he remembered by taking away his ability to brush his animals.
Oh well, I'll definitely give it right back to him, but.
He takes the brush and he
And
begins
I'll
to
look
like
over at
stomp
Radovan and be
off.
like,
I'll get in his way and try to appear intimidating and.
As you're getting into his way from leaving, he is now fearful, and the burgomaster steps in. What is going on? What are you doing? I thought you were going to help him. He's clearly upset.
I was just gonna help him with his chores and show him that we can do anything.
It
I'm
seems there
sorry.
was a misunderstanding. I will try to perform the rite now.
How long does it take to cast?
I think it's instant.
Are you trying to cast Greater Restoration to remove deafness?
Yeah.
Would you have told me that in the first place?
Nope. Well, I told you that he was deaf, and I asked you if you could if you could make a deaf person
Okay,
hear.
so then I guess my next question is: would I recognize that he's trying to cast Greater Restoration? Because
Lesser Restoration can do it. Okay, I'll use Lesser Restoration. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, don't burn your 4th level spell slot.
5th, but yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And that's instant, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have to physically touch them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me like a
Just an attack roll.
Yeah, an attack roll. Just give me an attack roll. Hopefully it's better than a 3.
Hopefully. Just an unarmed strike. It should be in D&D Beyond.
Barely. I guess with a +4 you couldn't have failed unless you in a fit of like rage and terror and just wanting to be somewhat by himself, he tries to skirt around you, now even more panicked now that you're stopping him from getting away, but you place a hand on his shoulder long enough to cast Lesser Restoration. And as he jerks his shoulder away in the scuffle of the ground beneath him, he
I'm
stops.
so sorry. I didn't mean to make him upset.
And he turns immediately towards Honora, who's talking.
Just trying to show him that we're capable and we're full people.
I'll go up to him. I'll like kneel down and like go up to him and was like, shh.
Pet his face.
Can you hear me?
Why am I like this? How can I hear? I couldn't hear. What's going on?
I healed you, but it didn't go. I wasn't able to bring you back the way that you were.
He turns to his parents. Is this because I was sick? Did the sickness do this to me?
In a way, yes.
And the burgomaster nods. He comes over, and the burgomaster kind of whispers in your ear very quietly. It's probably best that we don't tell him the full magnitude of the truth.
Very well. You don't like your new form? It's okay, you can be honest.
Not really.
Well,
The others are gonna make fun of me.
foolish. If you look behind you, there's a woman there who recently made you very upset. But
Yeah, I saw her.
do you know who that is?
No, I've never seen any of you.
Indeed. We're travelers from far away. And that woman behind you is a hero of the land.
I don't know who she is.
Her name is Honora Adelard. And she is halfling, very rare in these parts.
Is that what I am? I'm a halfling? Even the name.
I'll say it
What
in
has she
Elvish.
done? What has she done that's so cool?
She battled a necromancer. She fought druids, evil druids. She defeated.
Anything
Have you ever
before
heard
that you
tales
don't
of-
know about.
Yeah. Have you heard tales about Baba the Saga?
Yeah, I heard that's where bad kids go and she eats their toes.
Honora Adelard defeated her.
No way.
I saw it. And you know how powerful I am. I have restored your hearing.
I didn't do it alone, but I did help make sure she couldn't eat any more toes.
When do I get taller again?
There's better things in the world than being tall. Like being brave. And having good friends and family. Your family loves you a whole lot.
I know.
I'm not saying that it will be easy, but you may find that your new form will afford you some hidden strengths.
I know. Okay, check this out. So, before when I was bigger, I always wanted to know what was underneath the house because some of the cats would always go underneath it there, and there's this little small gap in the boards, and I could never fit, and I didn't want to break it open because I didn't want mom and dad to know. But I already, and he kind of looks over at his mom and dad. There's all sorts of cool stuff down there. I found, and he pulls out like this cool, like, It's clearly like a rock that has like a gemstone or something in it. Like it's not been polished or anything like that, but it's definitely something that's
I'm gonna
neat.
try to inch closer now that he's calmer and just be interested in what he's showing.
Um, I guess I'm just worried that people won't accept me for who I am now, and I wish I.
Whose son are you?
Dimitri's dad's.
The
And what is your
burgomaster?
father's role in this place?
I mean, he's the burgomaster, but that.
Oh, he's the burgomaster of this place. He is the one, while other villages have fallen to Strahd, to disease, to illness. He's the one who has kept this place safe.
Yeah. What's.
Well, and you are his son.
Yeah, but I want people to like me for me, not because they're obligated, because of my dad.
Well, then you need to be
Or
likable.
because of your height.
Yeah, I know, but see, when we would play games, like people wanted me because I was tall and I was strong.
I bet you're still very strong.
I doubt that. Look at these things, and he lifts his arm, and it's he's a stout halfling, so he's kind of a little chunky, like
He's thicker than me, yes.
yeah, but he kind of raises his arm to show like his muscles, and it's not necessarily very well defined.
Probably wasn't when he was a human child either.
Probably not, but in his
Yeah,
mind, like he was bigger, so his muscles were bigger.
yeah. We want
So
to see something.
you want people to like you and accept you for you, but you were liked because of your height. Is that what defines you, son of the burgomaster of Krezk?
Well, I mean,
There's so many different things you could be. You could be generous and kind and intelligent, as well as strong. You could be brave and you could be a good leader. There are so many other reasons why somebody would like you besides physical appearance.
do you guys know what happens when you die?
Uh, I've never died.
And like clearly, the burgomaster had made a point to be don't tell him that he was dead. Like,
Mhm.
and you had only said things like, um,
I healed you.
"Yeah,
or-
I healed you." Yeah, nothing. And he blatantly like he brings this up purposefully on his own.
Radovin runs away.
Okay. I mean, I thought I did say something about his soul decided to come back, but maybe not. But that was also at the beginning when he couldn't hear. So
It's really weird. It's dark all the time. It was kind of like here. It's like, but it was a bigger town. There were really scary people there too. I'm really glad to be back. I didn't like it.
But glad you're back too. Your dad and your mom are very glad that you're back.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Can I
did you
just go
see
back
in
to
this town?
it was like a town bigger than here. Tall buildings made of stone. It was really weird. I saw one disappear right in front of my eyes. There were all sorts of people. Some people Like they looked like you guys, not your faces or anything, but taller and different.
Does this evoke anything in me?
Um, give a religion check. Ramiz probably too. Yeah. Okay. Um, sometimes when you die, your body or your soul, as it's waiting to be judged, rests in the Shadowfell. The It's like a limbo where your soul eventually makes it on a journey. Um, I believe Kelimvor is the one who judges your soul and whether or not you go to the heavens or the hells. But no, judging by what you know of people that die here and their souls staying like in the mists within Barovia, potentially reincarnated, it sounds like what he's explaining is that, or at least what he's trying to explain, is that his soul was waiting in the Shadowfell. Even if it was just to be reborn into this city somewhere, or this town or realm, it's the holding place. Thank you for allowing me to be able to hear again. I couldn't tell if I was talking right or not, so I didn't.
It's all right. I'm glad I was able to help you in that regard. And it wasn't that I allowed you to. I couldn't do it last night. I was tired.
Are you sure
I'm
you
only so
can't?
powerful.
Are you sure you can't make me taller?
No, I cannot.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to cleaning the animals, if that's okay.
Very well.
He goes back to brushing the goats, cleaning the dirt from them. Thank you for bringing our son back to us. Especially now that he's able to hear and communicate. And you look over at the wife, and she is clearly happier now, even though she's still crying. She is definitely, there's no doubt about it, they're tears of joy. Very grateful for everything that you've done. If there's anything, even beyond the materials that you had us gather, if there's anything that I can get you or do for you to make up for the kindness that you displayed here,
Thank you. I'll look around to everybody else. We'll let you know.
Radovan,
I'm sure something will come up, but
it was your miracle. You're the only one who deserves anything.
Can I? Does the boy still have it? He's still holding on to the gemstone thing that he had.
no, he put it back in his pocket.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he has it, but he put it in his pocket.
Yes. Well, Out of curiosity, what did he find beneath the house? Is there some sort of geological... Are the rocks different down there? Is there something special about this mountain that I'm not aware of?
No, not that I'm aware of either. We don't. Not a mining town. Could have been something maybe a mongrel folk dropped. Maybe it fell under the house or something. I don't know.
Very well. I'll go up to the boy and... Boy, can I see the gemstone you found?
And he pulls it out. Are you going to give it back?
Of course. Natural 20. On a nature check on the gemstone.
Okay. I was rolling an insight to see whether or not you were actually going to give it back.
Like that too, to see if he planned on giving it back.
Fuck, man, I don't know what kind of rock this is.
Oh, so that was like all just a story to like show like him finding the... Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was just
well,
like
just-
to
well, now you
figure.
gotta-
It's a shiny rock.
Everybody else,
It's
we're
a
telling the story
fucking-
together,
It's a
right?
geode.
What kind of?
geode?
It's a geode.
What?
It's an amethyst.
Wait, it's a Geodude?
It's an amethyst.
Obviously, the Geodude. Amethyst acquired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quartz?
It's
A lapis lazuli.
Yeah. It's
Onyx?
it's no. It's a fucking. It's just a. It's a geode. It's got like
It's
the
just a
the crystallized.
fucking rock.
Yeah. It's got some crystallized. Like it's cracked open a little bit to where you can see.
It's malachite.
Let's just throw out every single fucking gem that we've ever heard of.
Sapphire.
Yeah.
Everything's
Sakurai.
a sapphire, anyways.
It's a Petoskey
We love a sapphire.
stone.
Cubic zirconium.
It's Is it? Wait.
It's not anything required for a spell
I just-
component. You're not taking this stone from this kid.
I turn to the burgomaster and I say, "These are some uncut gems."
Uncut gems. Oh my god.
It's a fucking chunk of uranium. There you go. Everybody sees sparklings for a minute and then they die.
Okay, cool.
It's the bombs from what's his butt's house.
It's the Philosopher's Stone.
Jesus
You
Christ.
should have your people explore down there. I know you're generally isolated, but
Fucking blood
some of the
diamonds,
outer
man,
villages
that's what they are.
might covet such material wealth. Or leave it hidden. It's up to you, and I'll hand the stone back to the boy.
Puts it
And
in
I'll
his-
describe to him each of the little types of crystal that are in the rock.
Nice.
Fucking
Very, very cool.
geologists.
Alrighty, the boy resurrected can now hear. What do you do now?
I guess we're gonna head back up the hill to
Yeah.
go for a watery trip.
Yep.
Alrighty, probably about an hour or so goes by before you make it back up to the abbey. Where's your intent? Where do you intend to head? Are you going to Valaki to check on Ismark? Are you going to
No, we
go
were gonna go to Berries.
gonna go to Breeze? Okay.
Going to berries.
Going to Berries to get ahead.
Literally and figuratively.
I just realized the pun.
True.
I thought you were doing it for the pun, not for the actual thing.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you guys forgot to drink from the water. I was gonna do some shaped water. We're gonna have like a
That's fine.
Too late
springs,
now,
hot
unless we
springs
run one.
episode.
Nobody
You
nobody
do.
told me about those.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Nobody told me anything about the spring, so.
Right, but you put some in a water jug so you can pass it out if you need to.
But it's not like
Yeah, it doesn't,
it doesn't
have
have
the
the
same effect on
Yeah,
properties.
I think it was established
No,
once
no,
he
no, 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 no,
leaves.
no. So, like, I remember specifically metagaming this to make sure that everybody understood the way that it worked. You only gain the benefits of it once. So
Yeah.
you had drank it, and Honora had drank it. So you two will not receive the benefits of the temporary hit points again and the lesser restoration. But anybody else who drinks from that flask for the first time will
Will get it.
receive those properties.
So it
Okay.
still works. It just once your body is absorbed it once, you become immune to it.
Yes, correct.
Shit, you didn't need to fucking spend the spell slot. You could have given it to the goddamn kid.
Oh well.
I told them to take him by the spring, but it's no trouble. It's okay. I like spending my spells and actually doing stuff than like holding on.
Right.
Alrighty,
who I
so
am.
Breeze, guys. Back up to the
Here we
abbot.
go.
It's not like I'm a warlock and only have 2 spell slots. That'd be
As you're walking up to the well, the
She gets a third one next level, I think.
familiar, beautiful, albeit creepy abbot comes out. Ah, I see you have returned. Are you off to assist with getting the face that I require for Tatiana?
We have decided to help you, but the favor is no longer required.
Well then, that is great news. I would have had no problem going down there to assist, but never mind. Are you interested in using the well?
I think so.
yes.
Yeah.
I hope we have come at the appropriate time. Can it be managed?
Indeed. I will have to work quickly, but it can be done.
And we can return the same way that we go?
Just not during certain times of the day.
Did I say that?
I mean, during the feeding times, he said you probably don't want to come back to the well when.
Oh, I thought you were talking. I thought Honora was
Yeah.
talking about you could only or you could use the well anytime.
Yeah, it implied that the well only worked like at high noon or something, but I was like, what?
Oh no, it works anytime.
Yeah.
So he waves his hand over the well and recites a brief incantation. Not necessarily a spell or anything, just a series of words that I haven't written down yet or can't find. And
Should we get a copy of those?
yeah, I'll see what I can do.
I meant for us to use for teleporting.
No, I'm aware. I know what you wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wording is at least for right now insignificant. I'll make sure you have it before next session. And peering down into it, this silvery like liquid swirls to the top. You must only stick your hand inside. It will do the rest. Think of the location that you would like to go.
One more insight check, just for. I know it's.
This guy doesn't lie. He's got hips.
Whoa.
I mean, he's never used it. But... Oh god. It's not just having hips that makes you not alive.
You believe.
It's
It is if you're
a
shook.
particular set of hips that are very truthful and never malign any facts,
You believe that he
despite
is
how they quiver.
he is
so
indeed
silly
telling the
tonight.
truth. Yeah, I mean it started off rough. I was a half hour late, and you guys had all the time to just rally yourselves up.
I'll go first. I'll think of Breeze, and I'll also before I touch it, I'll describe thinking about the town and like where the well would be.
Okay.
Yeah, because this guy's never been to Breeze before, so.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
You walk
Shit.
past it.
I'm gonna hold on steadfastly to.
Are you gonna say? You should probably
Anderson.
say something. But I already go through, so I guess I'm the first one through.
Okay. As you are pulled into the water, it feels thicker than water. Like a gelatinous substance pulls you under. First you're holding your breath, but you feel intense pressure all around you. The light that was from outside of the well, the daylight without the sun, um, that you saw is gone. Just enveloped by a swirling silver, white, golden flecked lights just swimming by you, squeezing on all sides. You feel a burning in your chest as you're trying to hold your breath for what seems like an eternity. Until you feel that holding your breath, you're about to pass out. And you hear a voice inside your head. Breathe. A moment goes by, you're still clutching. Every fiber in your being is telling you, this is water. If I breathe underwater and I get this in my lungs, I will drown. Again, it says, breathe. And the only alternative, not breathing, is passing out and potentially dying.
Or turning into a fish.
Do you eventually inhale?
I guess if I trust the voice enough, if this feels right to him, then he'll
Does it?
trust it. And then if it starts going bad, then he knows that he has a backup at least, and trying to shift,
Okay.
his form.
As you breathe in, this liquid quickly fills your lungs. And the pressure that was there is lifted. You feel weightless flowing through this liquid substance until you're spewed forth on the other side. And as you get out onto the other side, you end up coughing and spewing the liquid that you had just inhaled. But you are safely in the swampy lands of Breeze. The rest of you the rest of you, I imagine, follow suit, correct? Okay.
Yep.
I listened to the description, and I just keep saying Breeze, Breeze, Breeze.
Well, like if he like grabs on like
There's no
Anderson's
place like
shoulder,
home.
Yeah.
Anderson like puts his hand in. Like, does it take both of us?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Hearing pretty much all the same feelings of the intense pressure, the almost blacking out from not being able to hold your breath for as long. You didn't get the opportunity to hear from Radovan the effects of what it's like to be inside of this well. But you eventually get out to the other side and see a coughing, choking Radovan spewing the contents of the well up onto the ground, and quickly behind him, you all
Well, Honora will be the last one to do it after everyone's gone.
Right.
And in a moment of indecision, I'd like to roll a d20.
Okay.
And on a 0 to 10, she actually goes to Valaki instead.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, she made it to Breeze.
Whoa. But you all make it safely to Bariz. The feeling so foreign, so alien to you. And somehow, like, you were expelled from this well enough to where you came out and kind of landed onto the ground, not necessarily on your feet, but just so even sometimes the impact from hitting the ground itself was enough to cause you to uh, get rid of the contents that had been in your lungs. But what do you do now?
I just when Anderson like just stops coughing up like the water, he says, "I really do not want to do that again. But did we make it?" And he kind of like looks around just to make sure that we're in the right place.
Yeah, yeah. You. It is
Okay.
hard to mistake the swampy nature of Bariz.
Can I roll to see if I hit anybody out when I pop out of the well?
If you do what?
If I hit anybody?
Hit anybody? I mean, if you want to, yeah.
D4? Everyone gets a 4, like a number? Or should I roll a D6? And on a 5 and 6, I land on the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, I hit somebody.
Sure.
Yeah, that one works.
Come on, roll a 3. Wouldn't that just be perfect?
It would be. I think it's Andrew would be 1, yeah, Radovan would be 2, Remise would be 3, and Tempers would be 4. Nope, I hit
Nope.
the ground. The dice do not like my shenanigans today.
Well, you
Oh.
did upset a deaf child today, so good job.
With good intentions.
Very good intentions. A little misguided, but good intentions.
Alrighty. Knowing your goal, I imagine Radovan would probably lead the way to where he would assume the shrine would be. The destroyed church sitting up on a hill, still not out of reach from the tidal wave that flooded the entire town. As you get closer, coming up the hill, you see a very singular, slim stream of light shining down on a statue of a woman. And looking up at the statue, it is no mistaking the fact that this is Irina, this is Tatiana, this is one of her former lives. You guys can see, oh, I didn't move you to the map. Give me a second, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I'll be right back.
I'm gonna do the bathroom too.
I probably
Well, I guess that
should.
makes 3 of us.
And
4.
just after I close the bathroom door again.
I'm gonna hold it.
I don't actually need to go.
I don't have to go. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
it's just
Goofy
us
today.
two.
Yeah.
No, I am too. So it's fine.
We're all a little goofy today. I don't know.
Yeah.
That meme of you in the water is my favorite thing entirely.
But it's just kind of wonderful. Like, I mean, it's nice that it seems like we all kind of want or needed that. So
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah. It's interesting how little we accomplish in 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure some people are around for a fight, and I was just getting like really kind of self-conscious because I was like, felt like I was doing a
You
lot.
were
And
glorious. You were
I didn't want
absolutely glorious.
to,
Yeah.
rope more people into what's going on. But
No, it was great. It was
yeah,
your time to shine. It was your victory.
Yeah, someone's
I
gonna
guess
be the
as
good bean.
rat of energy.
As much as the DJ and I can take over, it's nice to have a moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's cool.
Thank you, John.
For what, buddy?
Oh, just you know, everything.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, all of it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I agree with
very
that.
grateful. Mhm.
I
I had a
appreciate that.
I've been
customer
in such
meeting
a
yesterday,
a
and
what
we
meeting?
literally like
Customer.
discussed our hobbies with people, and I told everyone that I play D&D, which is not a thing I ever would have said before I started hanging out with you guys.
'Cause
Aw.
we're nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of meeting was it? You said?
Work.
Oh, customer.
Oh,
We had like
customer.
Siemens came to visit.
Seaman.
Seaman. Hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
Every time. They're my main
Siemens.
customer too.
Yeah. I used to have to sell their phones. I understand.
Yeah.
So what do you doing, Britt? I thought you were an engineer. But
I
these
am
Seaman
for
are-
Siemens.
She's a Siemens engineer, guys.
Whoa.
Yeah, very,
I
very
walked
Because I'm
in at
interesting.
the
12.
wrong time.
I am not the oldest person in this chat. I swear to God, I'm not.
I've engineered a lot of Seaman myself. Back
Oh,
in the day.
really, Joseph?
Wait, only back in the day? Did you stop?
You
Was
got
it yesterday?
you
I
got
think it was yesterday. It was back in the day.
I gotta, it's a lot of the protein shakes and a lot of the, and it just kind of happens. I'm a natural.
I
Yeah.
believe it. You're the cute one, so
You are.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
We're all a little silly tonight, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Honestly, this is like, you guys are some of my favorite people.
Some of them. Keep. Just remember, it's only
There's a
some
lot
of the
of it's
favorite
a
people.
big list. It's not not a Facebook, a MySpace top 10. It's like
Yeah,
Sarah's got a lot of favorite people.
I do have a lot of favorite people. June is another one of my favorite people, but she's not in this voice chat, so
Yeah, I don't think she ever would.
no.
And she didn't wake up her DM on time. So
She may not be
Please,
invited.
please.
Points
I'm
points against June.
1,000. Like
Or-
I'm
won't
Oh,
begging
we're not
you.
gonna say anything to her.
Begging you.
Don't
Don't.
even worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I think Brie and I are the only ones who have access to June, so.
That is true. Alrighty. So you make your way to what appears to be a shrine of one of the many reincarnations of Tatiana.
Mhm.
What do you do? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Just I guess Anderson notices the statue and says, "Well, I think that's what we're looking for."
it's pretty. Is it swampy around here, or is it okay?
Yeah, that's swampy. Like you can actually see like the water of, like, you can see the map, right?
Wait, well, why are there
Oh,
two
yeah.
Anoras?
Oh, I didn't see the other one.
Where's the other one?
Oh,
it
wait
was
there.
it was at the
Yeah,
bottom.
sorry. Ignore that.
Oh,
I got turned around.
okay.
I know
Did
that
we
there's.
bring shovels? Shit.
We probably should have asked for that, huh?
Well, it looks like we're all gonna have to get down on our hands and knees and do it the old-fashioned way. And then I start using shape water and mold earth in succession to excavate. around me.
Where are you excavating?
Just around me, just to like demonstrate my power and to
Okay.
flex a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You uncover like as you're shaping water, you pull things to the side and you see bones. And as you look around, you see that there are a lot of skeletal remains that maybe were unearthed with the flooding, causing them to basically raise out of the ground and are now just littered now that the water has somewhat subsided. Um, but like you can see the shrine of Tatiana up on a little bit of a hill, um, and outside of um, the fence and the flowers that were once living around her memorial, the statue itself seems pretty well intact.
Sorry, the what that were once living?
The flowers?
Flowers?
Oh, we found our digger then, so I'll just keep an eye out and make sure nothing sneaks up and distracts you.
Hey,
Get that.
John, quick
Yes, sir.
question for you. This statue, do I see what it's of?
Which one?
Sorry, oh, this one.
Let me zoom over there and see if I can tell what it is.
Like a gargoyle or angel or something.
That looks like an angel.
It's a something, all right.
Yeah.
Could be a Strahd. But
Looks like a starfighter. No, it looks like a gargoyle.
I'll have to ask Tsipiku what it is one day.
Gotcha.
But it looks like actually, what is there is what is the name of that saint?
Markovia?
Um, that is
Or
one,
is it
but there's
Andrel?
yes, thank you, Andrel. Appreciate it.
I'm a good Catholic.
We'll say that this is an exaggerated depiction of Saint Andrel adding wings, just basically displaying like their benefit that they had to the land of Barovia.
Gotcha.
All right, so you make your way over to the shrine, I assume.
I'd probably take some sort of high ground or something like that.
I mean, I think the shrine is the high ground.
You mean to stay out of
is.
like the swampy water, right?
That and just to get a good look of everything around me. What is this giant platform over here?
Can you ping it for me?
The whole thing in the center of the map?
Oh, that's a church.
Oh, that was a church.
Yes.
Oh,
It
okay.
was destroyed.
I'll probably get on a couple of rocks that are probably strewn all over the place then by the church then, and just kind of keep an eye out.
Okay.
I'd like to spend 11 minutes or 10 minutes and 60 seconds or whatever ritual casting detect magic. To pull out my book, start reading a spell.
Okay. Is everybody's token placement accurate?
Sure.
Yeah.
Radavan, are you just hanging
Now
out
that you're
over there?
asking that,
Because
I'm gonna move
No, I
back a little
probably would
bit.
be
Oh, I
up
think
near
Radavan is our digger.
Temperance, yeah.
okay.
If you're closer than me, that's fine.
As soon
Um,
as you step onto the cobblestone walkway headed up to the shrine,
Uh-oh. Fine trap.
you hear a ghastly whisper.
Oh no.
I knew this wasn't going to be a quick, easy in and out. Fuck.
Yeah.
Easy in Barovia.
Never.
You do not belong here. Begone. Or you shall face the full brunt of the council. And closest to you, apparating kind of out of the mists that surround, you can see a ghostly figure.
Do
Combat
I
has not
know
started.
Do I know what they're talking about? Do I know what this council is? Does this ghostly figure appear human?
It is humanoid.
Do I hear
yes.
this whispering?
Humanoid.
I mean, it's
So,
a
like-
human, yes. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
alright.
Do I hear this whispering as well, or is this only to Radovan?
How many feet are you away?
Oh, 20, 30 feet.
You're definitely not going to hear what the words are, but you would definitely hear like a raspy whisper happening. And I guess if you turned
look over the
around, you would see a
direction.
spectral figure.
Perfect. Pull out my longbow and just notch an arrow and hold it for a second and see what it does.
Yeah. Honora, you probably wouldn't get the opportunity to be able to ritually cast your detect
Nope.
magic, unfortunately.
Nope. Since I hear that, I'll probably just start running forward. Can I move before combat starts?
I mean, how do you know
I'll hold
combat's
up my
gonna start?
hands
I mean,
and
I
I'll
don't think
say,
combat started yet, technically.
Yeah, you're free to move however you want, as long as you don't make any threatening gestures. I would imagine that.
No.
I'll say for right now, the only reason why they're not considering Ramiz as a threatening gesture is because the ghost isn't facing him.
Okay.
That's fair.
What's going on? What's happening?
of which council do you speak? My people were here long before yours were.
We do not answer to the likes of you. We have been charged to protect the shrine at all costs.
Why?
Turning to you, Anderson, and now seeing Ramiz's drawn weapon, it whispers louder. Lower your weapon and leave this place. I command you.
Under whose authority?
Let me look something up right quick. It's like, where are you at? Where are you at? I don't think I have that. No, I don't have that, Honora.
The ghastly figure, as you're talking, as you're asking under whose authority, will kind of fly its way over to you and get really close to your face.
Oh, I do have it. I'll look over at the ghost. It's like, you don't command me to do anything. And with that, I will flash my amulet, and I will turn undead.
Well, luckily it's within. I guess it probably was within 30 feet, anyways. Okay. Wisdom save.
Against
It failed.
17.
It rolled a 9. This is a
Got it.
D&D Beyond, so it's going to be hidden. Alrighty. I guess with that, everybody is going to have to roll initiative.
It was gonna happen eventually.
Radovan run away. He's like, no, I don't wanna.
He's like, no, I don't want to do combat.
Doesn't vibe. Doesn't vibe.
Radaman's been getting really confident.
Come on, you fucker, work. Thank you. Initiative. Oh, music went bye-bye.
Yeah, I think my other computer crashed.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it was just the internet as a whole. Okay. Do we got everybody on there? We got Nora's on there twice somehow.
That's because you didn't clear it out first.
Well, you're the only.
I
Yeah,
only see it once.
roll 20 is kind of silly in that it doesn't. Even if you clear it out, it still shows up when you roll initiative again.
So delete.
I mean, there
the
was
one
only.
That's not 13.16.
Was she the only one that rolled initiative that one time?
Wait.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
only see Honora on the initiative tracker once.
That's because I deleted
it's
it
on,
already.
It's only on the DM side. It's not
Oh,
on
okay,
any of the
got it.
player side.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Again,
And I rolled the wrong initiative. Can
roll
you add
20
plus
is kind
2
of
to that?
silly.
I'm gonna add plus 2 to that. Thank you.
Oh, and then Radovan. Oh, because this is from Radovan and Honora with the creature thing. That's right. Okay.
That is hilarious that it's pulling up Panton's name on the thing for me.
Okay. I guess at the top of the round, as this thing now will have to spend its time fleeing. What do you do, Ramiz? First to act.
Do I? There are no other ghosts or anything like that, are there?
Nope.
All right. Then we're gonna do the thing that I normally do, and I will bonus action Zephyr Strike, and then I will. We're going to, let's see. So my movement does not provoke opportunities of attack. I'm gonna go. Let's see, that's 30 feet. There you go. We'll go right over here then. And I will hold my action in case any other ghosts pop up around anybody.
Okay. So just so I'm understanding this spell clearly, I have to continue for the entire minute to run away, or once I'm outside of 30 feet, I'm okay. Because it says that I need to, I can, it just says, each creature within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. It's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't.
It's got to keep running, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like a turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space with you.
Okay.
And I will tell everybody as I'm moving over there, don't hit the ghost.
Alrighty. Is anybody going to
If
hit the
there were
ghost?
any other ones, if there were any other ghost within 30 feet of Ramiz, they would also have to save. But yeah, no.
Well, they're not on this plane of existence yet, so.
Oh. Okay.
No.
No, I don't think I don't think I would hit the ghost.
All right, it is the ghost is going to move 60 feet away.
Resist, Anderson. Resist.
I really want to, but I will resist.
So that's one round.
I saw it on your face. You're just like, should I hit it? I should hit it, right?
I really wanted to hit it.
All right,
I wanna hit it bad.
you guys right now, going through that top of the round, now seeing that this ghost does not appear to be a threat to you for at least this amount of time. What are you going to do with this?
We should probably hurry up
Minute
and get what we came for and leave.
and 600 feet.
I'll tell Radovan to commence with the digging because we won't have a lot of time with this ghost yet.
Make a perception check.
Me?
Radovan. Or anybody,
Radovan.
really.
Okay. I got a 29.
If it's anybody.
18.
Alrighty. Um, Typically with monuments, statues, mausoleums, anything outside of a normal grave plot, what you'll find is that the body isn't underground. It's oftentimes placed inside of the object, or there's a stone sarcophagus that it's going to be inside. And so, looking at this, you can see that underneath of the pedestal that the Tatiana statue is raised on, um, it's not a door, but it does appear to be like a stone faceplate that could be removed to expose the bones from inside.
All right, so just
Uh,
go and
Well,
yank that open.
yeah.
on my turn, I'm gonna kind of like take a few steps towards the ghost running away and be like, wait, why shouldn't we disturb the shrine? And I'll look back and like noticing that that's where the body must be.
Shit.
I'm
I
going
guess I
to.
will cast detect magic and not use a ritual then. Before you touch that.
Yes, let's be careful.
John, quick question. What is the? I doubt it, but what is the critical or the CR for the ghost?
He can't tell us that.
Well, it might
Well,
die.
if it's half or
8.
lower, then I destroy it. Okay, yeah, God no. Yeah, it's just afraid of me then.
One day.
One day, zombies will come around
Casting
again.
detect magic, unfortunately, in this vicinity, you don't find anything of magical nature.
Except for the magical shit everyone's wearing.
Yep.
I mean, that sounds very fortunate actually for us. All right. If I get the okay, I'll yank the door open or whatever you called it.
Yeah.
The face door.
The thingy-majigger.
Yeah.
And I'm still holding.
Finding a wedge-shaped stone in the rubble and kind of going over there and getting it in between the physical statue in itself and the stone door. You I don't know, take the pommel of one of your weapons and smack onto it, try to create like a wedge that shifts it out. And the bones kind of topple out of the statue, seeming to be kind of resting up against that plate.
Do I find the skull?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pick it up and say, well, got what we came here for. Suppose we should get out of here.
But at what
Probably a
cost?
great idea. Although I do suspect that ghost will not be too happy with us.
Well, unless she can follow us, not our
No reason.
problem.
Let's go. And I will begin walking the way we came.
So there was no wait, sorry. So there was no magic on the shrine that you found, Honora? Is that right?
No magic. Nothing.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm sure nothing untoward will happen.
time to get the hell out of Dodge.
It's as the fortune teller said.
Before the council shows up.
Yeah. You know that ghost just made that up on the spot.
No, there.
I'm here to protect the shrine. Watch out for the council.
No, there's no consequences to what happened. There's no council.
It's like, oh shit, there are multiple of them. Yeah, there's a council of us.
Yeah, if it would have
Wait,
had
so-
a single action, it would have been able to summon 4 other people.
Sorry
But since
that
it
I,
couldn't
did not-
couldn't take its action at all, There was no combat. Sorry, I tried to get you guys
Oh
fighting
my
shit,
God,
but
I ruined combat for us today, this week.
It happens.
Fuck.
It happens.
I was really kind of hoping this was a get in, get out situation, so I'm not mad about it.
alrighty.
Fucking DJ
All right,
screwed
so-
John's plans.
Well then.
Oh,
Um,